Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Uncle Benu's channel. I'm glad to have you here again, and thanks for all the support. All right, you know what we believe in this channel? We believe that high valued men are made if they listen to wise counsel. So today I came across a post on social media, and a guy was asking his colleagues and other people on the platform what he should know before he proposed to his girlfriend. It was actually a funny question though. And people hop on the post and they were suggesting all kind of things he supposed to know before he proposed. And a lot of the comments tend towards knowing the girl. Everything is about be sure, be ready, you know, make sure she's not a gold digger, be sure that she's gonna be the real one, she's not gonna cheat on you. There are just so many confusing comments. But then you know what we do here on this platform? We try to help the young guys out there so they can become a better man tomorrow. So this show is going to be about the 10 most asked questions before you propose. So before you propose to a lady that you want to marry her, there are basically some questions you should ask yourself, not the lady. Okay? Ask yourself these questions first and try to provide answer. If you can supply answers to this question, I bet you already know if you are ready to be married or not. So on this episode, we're going to talk about 10 must ask questions before marriage proposal. And I'm just going to run through it to make it more interesting. So So, the number one question you should ask is how will I communicate with her? Again, number one, how will I communicate with her? So, communication stands at the core of any successful marriage. Understanding how you will communicate with your partner, the openness and honesty with which you will express your thoughts and feelings, and the willingness to listen and empathize are essential components of building a strong connection. Okay. Number two, what are her expectations? Look, let me tell you, young men out there, I know you guys are in a different world right now. Your generation is way different from ours. But notwithstanding, there are certain things that are entrenched in marriage that it doesn't matter what generation you are, you're going to encounter them. And one of those things is for you to have it at the back of your mind that your woman has expectation. Yes, she has some expectations from the marriage. She has expectations from you. She has expectations from your friends. And in fact, everything about you and her, even for herself, she ask some expectation of what she want to be, how she want to go about being a missus, and so on and so forth. So do not get into that confusing stage of thinking, oh, basically, when we are in the marriage, we are in it together, her expectations should be manageable and all that. No, you need to find out what are her expectations before you propose. Understanding each other's expectation is paramount. Delving into the roles, responsibilities and future goals you both envision can provide clarity and alignment, minimizing misunderstandings and discrepancies down the lane. You know how some men feel after marriage and they realize that their wife is ambitious, maybe when they met, she's just a first degree holder, and the guy is a first degree holder too. And since they did not talk about expectations, the moment the marriage started, the wife want to get her second degree, if possible, doctorate, the kind of women you call career driven women. You see, there is nothing wrong in that if you guys have had conversation around this. So ask yourself, what are her expectations? If you can't identify what she expected from the marriage, I think you should ask her, and she can tell you what her dream marriage looks like. Then, if you know you can meet up, then you can have a conversation with her and say, "Hey, babe, I think these your expectations are higher than what I was hoping to deal with. How can we go about this?" But do not be afraid. It's nothing to be afraid of. Like we said, it's just expectation. What matter is that you both have clarity and alignment of what you want to do after marriage. So, number three, how do we resolve conflicts? You see, this one is like, just like we say in Nigerian parlance, this one is the baba of them all, conflict resolution. And this is where my friend, man of we usually explain some of the skills that you need to have as a man, especially in the area of conflict resolution. Now, whether you like it or not, you and your wife are definitely going to have issues. You guys will have your up and downs. You're going to have your trying times. You're going to have your argument. You are going to fight. Okay. But the cool thing is, if you already have your mind prepared and you have acquired some skills that you both can apply when you get to that bridge of conflict, you are better off. So ask yourself right now, do I have conflict resolution skills? How do we settle our argument? When we get to that point when our goals don't align, when she want to go right, I want to go left, we can't find a meeting point, how do we go from there? Do we third party intervention, or do we sit down and talk about it and figure it out together? So you need to have some skills, and if you are lacking in those skills, go to Man of Prestige YouTube channel, watch lots and lots of his videos, and if you need personal counseling, you can register for some session with Man of Prestige. He will teach you all those skills and help you navigate your way into learning how to be a man and how to resolve conflict, because the fact is conflicts are inevitable in any relationship, and having a clear strategy for conflict resolution, learning how to navigate disagreement in a respectful and constructive manner, can prevent resentment from festering and strengthen the bond between you and your partner. Okay. um I know I spent some time explaining the conflict resolution because I know you are going to fight. You and your spouse will fight. There's gonna be issues one way or the other. So, number four, how do we manage our finances? This one is like, in my Nigerian palace, they will say this is the obonge of them all. Finance, keyword is manage. You see, even if you make six figures, if you are making six figures, your wife is making six figures and above, you both still got to talk about managing your finances. And let me tell you one secret now. Did you know that a lot of people who make six figures, they are usually broke? That's going to be a discussion for another day. But for the purpose of this video, since we're trying to create high value man, it's better you ask yourself this question ahead of time. Before you say, "You marry me?" Ask yourself, how are we going to manage our finances? Who's going to be in charge? Who is the one that is going to spend on what and what? Don't worry. Sometimes you might find your partner, both of you are compatible, and you really don't have to drag or have issue around finances, but it's always better to think ahead. Okay. And when you're talking about finances, that's when you get to look at the lady you want to marry. Where is she right now in her career? How much does she make? It's not, you don't necessarily need to ask her, but at least you got to be objective. And the focus is not on her, the focus is on you. As an African man, for instance, you want to ask yourself, am I in the position to take care of all our financial needs after this marriage? If I can't provide everything we need financially, if I can't meet our expectation financially, Where is my woman standing right now? Is she comfortable enough financially to give me the necessary support? So the moment you start asking questions around financial stability and how we're going to manage our finances, the better you will know if it is the right time to go ahead and propose or not. So number five, you want to ask, how can we maintain independence? This one, Baba of them all. Yeah, I love this particular one because you see, independence is crucial in marriage. Why marriage signifies unity, it's important to maintain your individuality and independence within the relationship. Okay, making time for personal interest, hobbies, self growth can preserve a sense of autonomy and self fulfillment. And I'm still gonna do a whole video on this idea of independence in marriage. Most time when woman comes out and said, I think my husband is controlling, what is actually happening right there is that she felt that the husband is impeding her freedom. She felt like she doesn't have that independence to do what she ought to do under certain circumstances and or situations. So you want to figure this out as fast as you can, because why marriage signifies unity, like I said, it's important to maintain your individuality and independence within the relationship. If your wife does not have independence to make certain decision or do some things around the house or around you, why is she married to you in the first place? Okay, if you're the kind of man who want to monitor her movement, whatever she do, if she's on the phone, you are insecure, the family calls, you are worried, she want to go, she goes to work, you are, you don't need it. Okay, it kills marriage. So ask yourself right now, how am I going to give this lady independence? How am I going to allow her the space to thrive? That's how I see it. Okay, so these questions are critical questions that you have to ask yourself as a young man who is aspiring to become a high valued man. Number seven, how do I keep romance alive? Well, I don't think I have to teach you this one, but the only thing I can talk to you about as far as this is concerned is that romance is the lifeblood of any relationship. And when you start living with your woman, 5 years, 7, 10 years, sometimes the light is not just there. The energy is lost, the libido will die down and all that. So you should ask yourself, how do I keep romance alive? What can I do to make sure that we are still vibing? Keeping the romance alive is like ongoing effort that requires attention and intentionality. Nurturing your romantic relationship through gestures of affection, spontaneous acts of love, and dedicated date night can reignite the spark and keep the love alive. Um, Part of my recommendation to you, young man, is this. You see, there is no sex drive that is as strong as making your wife your friend, doing things together, running, walking, playing, date night, movie night, going out, everything you do together, touching body and all that, we help reignite romance in your marriage, no matter how long you are together. You have to be involved in activities together. You have to create time to spend time together. We understand that you guys are now in societies that are fast paced, work, work, everything is all about work, 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 work. But no, if you're gonna be married and you expect your marriage to be successful, you're gonna have to factor times that you'll be spending with your woman. Okay, this same advice go for ladies though, but I don't want to make this about lady. I just want to make this about our young men out there who want to become great guy tomorrow, the one that the wife will say, yes, my man is a high valued man. Okay. So let's move on to number eight. Number eight is, how do I appreciate her? Before you pop that question and say, will you marry me? Ask yourself, how are you going to appreciate this woman after she becomes your wife? And if you are the type who is shy, or you think, oh, if I should say I'm sorry, or if I should tell her you look beautiful, it sounds somehow, marriage don't works like that. You're gonna start practicing now. Practice telling her I love you in the morning, I love you at night. That one is key. Even you can tell her I love you as many times as possible in a day. But if you are the type who is not that generous with that phrase, I love you, just practice telling her first in the morning and in the night. Remember, you guys are not married yet, so you're not living together. Then it's cool. You call her, every phone call always end with I love you. That is a form of appreciation. Now, if she do anything for you, she buy you gift, even if she comes around and she cooked, you eat, tell her thank you. That's a form of appreciation. Even while you guys are in the bedroom doing the do, after she give you the cookie, see, tell her, oh, thank you, baby. That was fantastic. It's part of appreciation. And the best part of appreciation is spending on your woman. Sometimes people think you need to buy expensive gifts before a woman will appreciate what you do. No, I've been around this thing for a while now. Not all women want lavish, expensive gift. Some of them appreciate those little gifts, those flowers you send, the lunch you buy, Uber Eat, and you send it to her at work. Things that makes her feel special. All these are part of appreciating her. But the biggest one is always appreciate her beauty, compliment her, be intentional about it. All right. Number nine, how do I spend quality time with her? I think I already addressed this when I was addressing number six. No, when I was addressing number seven, I already addressed this. How do I spend quality time with her? You see, in today's marriage, young men especially, we are concerned about how to become a millionaire. And as a result of that, we spend more time at work. Even if we're work, if we are home, we spend a lot of time on the system. So when you spend time on the system, that's still like you being at work. But here are some of the things you can do that can help in this situation. Number one, follow this simple principle: work stays at work, and I stay at home. That's how I practice on my end. Okay. I'll just say, you know what? Work stays at work while I stays at home. Meaning when you leave work, let work remains at work. And the moment you are home, bring everything back home. Your thinking, your mind, your thought, everything should come back home. Now, if your job is so demanding, especially like people who are in the IT or in the healthcare sector, maybe you are a medical doctor and stuff like that, sometimes it's hard to really have time for yourself and to have time to spend with your partner. But you need to come up with a timetable that will work for you and your partner. And these days, especially for those of us who live in the diaspora, we that live in Western world, we often find ourselves in a situation whereby husband is working and wife is working. You see, you got to figure it out. Both of you need at least 8 hours, 8 active hours together in a week, which is the barest minimum. What I mean is, no matter how difficult it is, how busy you both are, you need to spend at least 8 hours together in a week. You might be at home all day, or you might spend maybe 8 hours at home, sleeping, eating, other stuff. That is not the kind of hours I'm talking about. It got to be an intentional hour, 2 hours of watching movie, 1 hour of walking in the community, or maybe another 2 hours of going to gym together. However you want to split it, you need a cumulative period of 8 hours together in a week, 8 hours of creating memories, 8 hours of being husband and wife. So ask yourself, if you can't figure out how to create quality time before you get into marriage, propose. It means you still have a long way to go. You still have some work to do. All right. Number 10, and the final tip is, when do I seek help for myself? Hmm. This one is like the biggest question in this episode. When do I seek help for myself? You see, as a man, you're gonna be under intense pressure after marriage. Once your kids start coming in, you are chasing your career, you are chasing a beautiful family that you want to create with your woman, and at the same time, God is gonna bless you with children. And when you have one, two, three children, if you are so rich, if you're very rich that you can afford house help, that's fine. But if you can't, as the man, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on you, because raising children is a different board game, and having kids put a different pressure on the marriage already. It bring a different stress level to both husband and wife. So if you guys start having problem, or maybe you are spiraling out of control in your head, you just feel like something is not right, it's been stressful, especially when you have kids, the first 6 months, waking up at night, figuring out, baby will cry and you have work to do, dude, seek help. Now, when do you seek help? You seek help the moment you start feeling that pressure. And seeking help starts with communicating with your woman. Start talking with your woman that, hey, babe, I think I'm going through a lot right now. I'm handling so much. It's weighing me down. What can we? If you can't find solution, go see a therapist. That's very, very important. I used to be one of the people who really don't believe see therapy, but I also believe under certain circumstances, when there is so much stress upon you and it's beginning to have negative effect on your wedding, bro, that's the time you need to call a therapist to help you figure it all out. Okay. So seeking help when needed is a sign of strength and commitment to the relationship. You know, on the contrary of people thinking, oh, if you go to therapy, that means you're really sick. No, no. You just need someone to help you figure things out. It's like you are in a place that you really can't think the right way. So you need experts to walk you through what you can do and how you can get it all together. Okay. So knowing when to reach out for professional support, be it through marriage counseling or therapy, can provide invaluable guidance, tools and insights to navigate challenges and help your partner. So in conclusion, by pondering these essential questions and committing to open communications, mutual support, and continuous growth, you can lay a solid foundation for a fulfilling and enduring marriage built on love, respect, and understanding. Again, guys, like I always told you guys, from my initial page, African Podcast with Beno, high valued men are made, they are not created. It doesn't matter the level you are right now or how you look down on yourself or people look down on you. You can embrace, you can emulate great men, good husbands and wives around you, uncles, aunties that has been married for a very long time. You can emulate what they are doing and apply that to your marriage. The bottom line is, you want to be that man your wife pray to God she's married to. All right, if this is the first time you're watching Uncle Beno, please subscribe, give us thumbs up, and share. And if there are other tips you want to add to what I just spoke about, please do not hesitate. Don't be a stranger. Drop it in the comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.